Preppers, we have a problem. A lot of videos started with badass, making shelter, survival, doing things that we really needed to know how to do in the preparedness space. Lately, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of doom and gloom. There's a lot of doom scrolling and doom porn, and it's being put out by the people that you actually trust. Today, I'm gonna be pointing out 7 different types of videos that you should not be watching, let alone making. And they're everything from AI apocalypse, civil war, or endless news rants that kind of just leave us in fear. Now I've got my notes, so let's get started. Number 1, why AI will end us all, and why we should ditch it now. Why we need to avoid it, it's actually pretty simple. AI fear-mongering plays on tech paranoia without teaching tools. It's just another "the end is nigh" hook that ignores how AI can actually supercharge prepping, like optimizing gear bug out plans or even scanning for threats. Now, headlines are getting regurgitated and hacks are not being applied. And this leaves viewers distrusting innovation instead of leveraging it. Some real world examples of this, and I won't call anybody out by names, but I will be giving you some video headlines that you look up, and I'm even gonna put them in, not links, I'm even gonna put the name of those headlines in the description. Real world examples. And channels seem to love this for views for some reason. The 10 dangers of AI or artificial intelligence gone wrong. And some of these videos are racking up thousands of views while teaching you absolutely nothing. Or artificial intelligence, this could be a huge problem. Which it's basically warning of societal collapse, end of the world, the robots are gonna kill us, Terminator Prime is gonna do things to all of us. Now, some better alternatives would be if you looked for 5 AI tools every prepper needs to hack survival. This is it's basically you're demoing free apps, meal planning for pantry scraps, or maybe image recognition, or even foraging. And the end state of this one is that AI is not the enemy. It's your unfair advantage. Number 2, SNAP benefits. Why we need to avoid these? Here we go. Try prepping to government aid. Drama amps up scarcity fears without addressing root self-reliance. So basically, it's just fear-mongering. I hate to say it, but we've got some preppers out there that are in the prepposphere, that are on the YouTubes making videos about, and they think that they're just keeping their friends informed, when in reality, they're saying something, the information that they're trying to apply, they're trying to give to you is, okay, it's a blurb. SNAP benefits are gonna run out November 1st. Beware, be ready, be prepared. But now they have to fill in a 7 to 8 minute video about how it's the end of the world. This is no bueno, my friends. This is no bueno, this is foolish. Some better alternatives, and maybe you want to search for this one. Build a snap-proof pantry. 7 meals for $20. Show real cooking demos with self-stackable basics, plus hydroponics starters. I guess the message on this one is that aid might fail, your skills won't. Number 3, the daily doom news. 10 headlines that prove shtf is here. And why do we need to avoid it? Well, this is peak regurgitation. It says it right there, peak regurgitation. Straight up copying cable news bites with a prepper filter. That's all you're getting, folks. It's like you didn't have enough brains to read a paper, maybe go to ground.news, get something that's in the middle of the, it's not left, it's not right, it's just the information so that you can make a coherent decision about what you're gonna do in your life so that you can get that news and know what it is. But wait a minute, why are we getting this on a prepper channel? No significant skills. Nothing was gained by watching this channel, by watching this video. You may have just watched a hyperbolic left or hyperbolic right video. You're getting nothing, and it has no business on a prepper channel. Now, some real world examples of this are Prepper Daily Headline News. You know, this channel is churning out bite-sized fear updates on everything from gold prices to embassy attacks. You know, keeping their subs hooked on endless episodes. These episodes just never end. It's all, be ready, see you tomorrow. It's not what a preparedness channel is supposed to be, and it's not what it was when these people started making preparedness videos. It's not why you started watching them. Maybe a better alternative to this would be something called, let's see, I want you to look up News Detox Challenge. 7 days to reclaim your prep focus. Why don't you try that one? You might get a little bit more perspective out of it. And I guess to close this one up, I want you to remember that the news wants your fear. Prepping wants your action. Number 4, civil war. Arm up before the shooting starts. Now, why we should avoid it. Speculating on domestic unrest sells guns and gear, but breeds division and dread, not unity on de-escalation skills. Its speculative fiction masquerades as advice. Ooh, masquerades as advice. Pushing viewers towards bunkers over community building, which is a real Civil War hedge if you think about it. Some real world examples, and look for the title, The Next Civil War, and what you must do now to prepare. It's all a little bit silly. We're actually in a civil war now. It's just a slow civil war. Everybody's rushing to define it. People in the preparedness space are talking about it, making videos about it, but don't actually understand what they're really talking about because they're using documentaries, other people's videos who don't know what they're talking about. And it's just not smart. It's just not smart. Now, an alternative this could be is build your Civil War unrest toolkit, non-lethal defense, and neighbor alliances. Also, maybe cover some pepper spray demos, bartering networks, and conflict resolution. Because I'll be honest with you, if something does kick off, you're gonna want a lot of friends. And pretending that your AR whatever is gonna be the definitive factor in your life is just a little bit foolish. Number 5, government shutdown survival. Why your government checks are doomed. Now, the reason we need to avoid these kind of videos altogether is pretty simple. Shutdown scares recycle election cycle hysteria. They don't want it to end. They want to keep the hysteria going. Focusing on delayed paychecks over evergreen resilience. Basically, the government's going to take care of me forever, and there's going to be some people that are going to be wanting their EBT, and you're going to have to deal with them in the line at the local Walmart, and you need to be prepared for that. That's what they're talking about here. You know, this kind of video conditions viewers to wait for the system to fix itself, not to create parallel systems like local trade or off-grid income, which would be pretty smart. Some real-world examples of this, end quote, 20 survival items disappearing fast during government shutdown 2025. Yeah, that's actually a real video. Or even better, the one I liked the most was, something big they're not telling you about the government shutdown. Yeah, it's kind of silly. Now, maybe some better alternatives would be something like this. Shutdown-proof side hustles. Earn off-grid in 30 days. Teach quick wins like foraging, sales, or repair services. That's preparedness. That's going down the preparedness path that we're supposed to be taking right now when we make these videos, and that's what you should be expecting us to make. And closing this up, I would say that the government will glitch, but your grit will not if you have it. Number 6, kind of wonky, but I've seen this one too. Financial independence hacks. People actually trying to drag you into the financial world and masquerading it as preparedness. You either want to watch something from like a certified financial planner, or somebody who's a certified accountant, or somebody who's made their millions doing this, that, and the other thing, and actually giving you a way to fix these things. Now, some real world examples: frugal living for financial independence. It also pushes passive income dreams, but skimps on the survival tie-ins like bartering skills. Also, how we saved money living on $45 a week. It's a great budget strategy. Can we all do it? No, it's almost impossible to do, but it's a good way to learn that is not in the preparedness window. A better alternative might be Prepper Fi, like Semper Fi. 5 debt killers that fund your freedom. Break down zero-based budgeting with gear examples, e.g. save $100 a month with DIY repairs. That makes more sense than watching some guy saying, I'm a prepper, listen to me, let's talk about your financial stability. Number 7, the geopolitical crystal ball. World War III and your escape plan. Now, why do we need to avoid this? Forecasting global meltdowns. Russia, Iran, AI, nukes. You know, it's addictive speculation that erodes agency. Viewers hoard headlines instead of hardening skills. It's not prepping. It's prophecy porn. Profiting off what if without how to. A real world example of this, and you can look this title up: AI predicts World War III in 2025. Simulates wars with tech twists for shock value. We're seeing this more and more in the preparedness space. Nobody in the preparedness space can predict World War III. They can just read about it, talk about it, give you opinion pieces that do nothing for you to build skill with. And there you have it, 7 video traps that might boost your little clicks, but will burn your audience out in the end. Preppers, let's reclaim what we're watching. Let's ditch the porn, the fear porn channels. Let's stop doom scrolling, and let's focus on skills that can actually help us in the future. A knowledge base of either equipment or gear or supplies or something that's actually going to help us in the future, because everything that I've seen in the last 2 weeks has been nothing but doom and gloom. Do me a favor, post in the comments. Let me know what the one skill is that you've done this week to improve your preparedness skills, whatever you want to classify it as. Put it in the comments. Until the next time, stay vigilant, and we'll see you in the next one.